Hello everybody, Organic Granny here, Lori. Been a long time, I'm sorry. Don't have too much to report. I was just going to show you I got some FFOs, I did some framing, I did some buying, I didn't do much stitching. Right after my last video, I had been getting better and sick and better and sicker and better and more sick and was missing a lot of work and finally just gave up and went to the doctor, and I told him I was doing this and he says, oh, no problem, you have walking pneumonia, we have drugs for that. So went on antibiotics, stayed home another week, and antibiotics killed all the bugs, including the stitchy bug. And I have just started getting it back. And so I have done hardly any stitching at all in close to 2 months. So thought I would, since I had done all this framing today, I thought I would go ahead and show you what I had done and then be able to put it away and then show you what I bought, because my buying bug didn't get hurt at all. So I bought not much, just a couple things, and just wanted to show you my frame jobs and show you what I got. So this shouldn't take too long. So first thing I did is I framed my dreaded Jiffy kit, and here it is in the frame. And this was it's a Dimensions kit, and it's Listen to Your Heart is actually the name of the kit. And it was a Dimensions Jiffy that took forever to do. So it wasn't fast, but it looks really nice in the frame. And pinned it myself, got the foam core, pinned it. Was going to put a mat in here and decided against the mat. I was just going to get a plain piece of paper. And I had cut a white piece of paper just to see what it would look like in there and to practice cutting a mat. And it sort of kind of detracted from it, and I decided, yeah, it really doesn't need a mat. So just simple frame. And it had, this frame is got the glass on it, but had this wooden mat in it. So I knew when I took this out that the foam core, which is 3/16, would be able, I wouldn't have a problem. So that was easy. All right, next thing that I did was, this was Bent Creek Redwing Blackbird, and I had done him on 32 count linen, 1/1 with the Gentle Art sampler, and I think it had Weeks Dye Works in it too. Nope, just Gentle Art. And did it with the called for threads, and that's 1/1 on 32 count in his little frame. So he was pretty easy to frame. With the dust. You know what this is? You know what this is? This is, they call it, what do they call it? Dust cover paper. Dust cover paper. And it says here, ideal for framing projects, protects from dust and debris, and they missed a bullet. The last bullet is supposed to say, and covers a multitude of ugliness. Because I got it pinned, then I had all this extra fabric, so then I cut down the extra fabric, and then I stitched it down so it didn't go everywhere, and then I said, I will just get that dust cover paper ugliness hider, and ta-da! So I'm not going to hang this one. This is going to sit on a little stand in the front room. Okay, then Oh, while we have this right here, Peaceful Forest, I have worked on Peaceful Forest. I have the moon to do, and I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to put the net. So hopefully this week I will finish Peaceful Forest, and then I will do an update, and you will be able to see Peaceful Forest will be finished, and then I have to frame that too. Okay. Then my Willow Tree Farm, Linda Myers, Willow Hill Farm. That one got framed also. I got so lucky. I got terribly, terribly lucky. Because it's graduation time, I went to Michael's and I got a frame. And this was just the guts, the paper that came out of it. It was a put your diploma and your tassel thingy in this frame, and lo and behold, it was perfect dimensions for my Willow Hill farm. And here we have that framed. Sorry about the glare. There we go. So I got that framed, black frame. It's okay. I would have preferred a wood one, but it really doesn't detract too much from this. And so I like it. I was very pleased. I had a, this has a sin cover on it also. The only thing I have to do on this is put the hangers, and I don't know if I'm going to do 2 here or if I'm going to put 1 here. I think I'm going to put 2 screws here. It came with this thing, but I think I'm going to do 2 here. That's the easy part. That I can work a drill, and framing this was a bear. It was the smaller the project, the easier it is. If you start at the middle, if you see Tara C's video, and it's much better than anything I'll be able to tell you, but very quickly, you start in the middle and you pin here, and then you start in the middle, and you work your way out, and you work your way out to the corners. Okay, great. If you are not squared at this point, you will really be wonky by the time you get to the edge. So I did this one, and I went, oh, yeah, I did okay. I'll be all right. And so I pinned it, and I taped the extra fabric down, and I threw it in the frame, and I went, oh, I was short, 1/4 of an inch all the way around. Actually, it's just 1/8 of an inch all the way around. However you want to do that math. Anyways, I had to do it over. So I'm more pleased with the second attempt, but it was a bear. It was a bear, but I think it looks good. Yay! I don't think I'm ready to actually say in Coffee Stitcher's immortal words that I've made framing my bitch, but I'm working on it. All right, so that's what I did there. Tools I use to frame really quick. Foam core, bought it at Michael's. I don't remember the it was big enough that I had to sideways into the back seat of my car. That was $8. These were stainless steel pins. They're bridle and lace pins, and I got these at Hancock's, I think. Yes, Hancock's. So I got stainless steel pins, and they worked really fine. And they come a little plastic, very useful little plastic thing that I will use when the pins are gone. I also used, I'm not using it for its intended purpose, but it works really well. This is hinging tape. It's actually so you can hang photographs or pieces of paper art behind mats, and you use little hinges, you make little hinges like this. Anyways, it comes in a humongous roll. It'll probably last me 150 feet 20 bucks. Got it at Hobby Lobby. It's self-adhesive on one side. It says directions. Now, used for hinging digital prints, hanging prints and posters, reinforcing folders and envelopes, repair of books. So I figured, well, that'll work. So I use this to hold down the extra fabric, then cover it with the sin paper. Let's see, and then what else did I use? I have a metal ruler, made life easier. Long, 2-foot long metal ruler, so that you can. You want a very, 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 very sharp knife when you cut foam core. If it's not sharp, you'll just make it ugly. Okay, enough of the framing. Okay, what else did I get? I got my first needle minder. Let's see if I can hold on to it. I got Minions! I'm more excited about the Minion movie than my grandkids are, but I'm going to see the Minion movie. But I couldn't resist this, so I have a needle minder now, and they are terribly handy. I got this off an Etsy shop, Etsy shop. She was Stitchingly Along. So Stitchingly Along, nice little needle minder with the serious little magnet behind it. Useful little object. I have to get used to using it. I have to remember I have it. So, alrighty. What else? Okay, so I went and met Stitching May, and I met her up in a quilt shop that has a little corner over to the side that has cross-stitch goodies. So I'd like to encourage them to continue that endeavor, and so I go and I buy stuff when I'm there. So I met with Stitching May. Actually, I've met her twice since the last time you and I spoke, and delightful lady in person. She is just as delightful in person as she comes across on her videos. Her sister's a hoot, and her little boy is absolutely adorable. So had a wonderful time. Looking forward to meeting with her again. We're not close, as in logistically. It's we are several hours away, but both of us do that, and we meet in where civilization happens. And there was a Joann's there, and I missed out on the Joann sale because didn't know it was happening. I don't need any more floss. I need more floss. I didn't make my list. Didn't have a list. I knew I needed one color, and we went in there, and they were out of that one color. So it happens. There will be another sale. So anyways, when I went up there, had to pass Tiny Stitches, the quilt shop that has the little bit of cross stitch. So I went in there, and lo and behold, let me back up a little bit. The previous time that I had gone there, I had actually seen, now you have heard me say that I go, not interested in alphabets, in samplers. Well, guess what? Never say never. I found one, and I'm probably not going to be able to show you a really good picture of this, but this is a shepherd's bush, and I have never done a shepherd's bush. Comes in a kit with all the goodies, and I thought it comes with buttons and beads and silk and linen, and I just thought it was very pretty. They had a sample of it. Let's see how, I don't know if I'm going to be able to focus. Come on, will you focus any better? Probably not. That's okay. But it's very nice. It says Old Glory. And it's got some specialty stitches in there. So it's got, oh, I'm just broadening my horizons. But it was a kit, so all the goodies are there. Looks very nice. My only complaint is it's on, I don't know if you can see, this is not white paper. So the chart's going to be a little hard to read. I'm probably going to have to make a copy of it in order to, a working copy in order to see it. But no, it's but I was excited. It was like, oh, I'm going to do a sampler. So never say never. Anyways, I'll put that back later. All right, so I bought that this time because they had one left. They had the sample there, and it was done beautifully, and I'd seen it before when I had met Stitching May up there, and I had admired it, and I thought, oh, that's really nice. That's really nice. So, of course, it wore on my mind, and a month later I went and bought it because it was the last one. All right, so I also bought a frosted pumpkin. And this one was just cute, because I like cute. Have to buy a cute. So this one is Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery Pen Pals. So it's got a little girl. And I thought she is just absolutely adorable. And my granddaughter loves pink. So I thought that would be really cute. So I got that for her, and I also got the recommended fabric, which is 32 count, Belfast, Petty Point, something, oh, raw / white dot, somebody's handwriting. Okay, Belfast, Petty Point raw, which I guess is the color, and white dot. Okay, that'll work. 32 count, over 2. All right, then what, oh, and I also bought, because it was pretty, Indian Summer Weeks Dye Works. 2 skeins. Have no idea. I may be able to incorporate that in here. I don't know. It was pretty. I said, ooh. Uh-oh. So, then let's see, I got a 1, 2, 3 stitch. I had decided that on Noah's sub, which I have not thrown a stitch in, I did make, I made a PVC frame, and that's in the other room, I won't show it to you today. But I made a PVC frame, which I have a hate-hate relationship with stretcher bars. And so I made a stitching frame I think will actually work, except I have trouble tightening it because of my hands, because of my arthritis. So I don't know if it's going to work or not. I contemplate I should go get some Q-snap clamps and see if maybe that will work on the PVC rectangle that I made. Okay, so 1, 2, 3 stitch. I got noses and eyes. That's what I got. I got noses and eyes. I decided I wasn't going to do those gazillion French knots. I was going to get some black beads, and these are Mill Hill number 00081. This is color Jet. And then I got a 10004, and that's also a Jet. And they're 2 different sizes. So I don't know which ones are going to work. I am so far from putting noses and eyeballs in, but had to buy noses and eyeballs. And then I bought also, you can read. I bought the thread, and I bought it in black, and I also bought it in white because I thought I would give it a try, because I really don't like the invisible stuff. It's invisible. I have trouble working with it. It's very thin fishing line, and it just didn't work well for me. So I thought I'd give this a try. All right, then also 1, 2, 3 stitch. I bought 3 different pieces of Lugana, and what I did is I bought a piece of it, and I just wanted them different colors because I could. I bought a piece of 20 count white. I bought a piece of 25 count, and this is called Stormy Clouds. And then I bought a piece of ice blue, and this is 28. The first one was 20. This one's 25. This one's 28. And I'm going to see what I like stitching on better. Figure I needed just a back-to-back comparison, and I wanted to see the three. I really wanted to see the clouds, but I didn't think I would find that that would be overly useful very often. So, the little swatch on the 1-2-3 stitch website really is not similar to this. If you go on the site, look at it, it really doesn't match this. So I'm glad I bought it as a sample, because what I was going to use it for, I'm not really sure it's going to work now. So anyways, that was that. I think we're done. Oh, I did get something. I got an OttLite. This was $15, and it's the little LED. This was $15 at the Joann's, and then I had a coupon, the bunches off. What was it? 40% off, I think. So I got that, and then I went out and got very, very lucky and found a wall wart that, by the way, don't just think any wall wart will do, and you know it's the AC adapter. Please, whenever this is for all electronics. If you need to make sure that the wall, and I call them wall warts, the AC adapter is powered correctly for the device, or you will burn up the device. This is actually needed a 4.5 volt, and then it also has this 600, I think it's milliamps. My son told me it's milliamps, 600 milliamp, 4.5 volt. So you want to get the AC adapter to match that. And I got lucky. I went to my thrift store and dug through the box and was able to find a perfect one. So I don't even have to use the little batteries if I don't want to. So this was like $15 on clearance, and then 20% off. I think it was 20% off. Almost free. Okay, let's see. I think that's it. I don't really think I want to stitch. I'm getting my stitch bug back. Thank goodness. I've done some framing. Feel good about that. If you have any questions, comments, again, thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching me. I enjoy everybody else's. We're missing some people. Come back. Come back. Make a video. Let us know you're okay. I'm fine. Other than that, can't think of a thing to say. Have a good stitchy week. Talk soon.